There are many occasions when we have communities that may be concerned about radioactivity or radiation leakage from a proton therapy center. The truth is, and we've done many studies with our physicists and shielding consultants that show that that's really not a concern. We capture all that radiation within the building, and it has an extremely short half-life. So we're not emitting radiation into the environment, whether that be up through the roof or vents or through groundwater. We do have safeguards in place, even just for that short half-life, where we're not draining into the subterranean ground with any water. We're holding water that may be draining through the system, and we're capturing any radioactivity in the atmosphere within the building and the shielding walls themselves. So when it comes to upgrading a proton therapy system and we're decommissioning the equipment, the question is, where does this equipment go? The equipment that we're no longer going to use. Is it radioactive? And do we need to be concerned about that? It does have some radioactivity with it, but typically very short half-life. We do keep that material on site until it's cooled off, so to speak. And then even beyond that, we're utilizing environmental safety and radiation safety people, companies that come in and they properly transport this material and dispose of it. Many sites around the US where we can take this material to. In the case of MGH, they sought out other institutions that may want their equipment that they were no longer going to use, and they actually did sell it or give it to other institutions that found new use for the old equipment. We all felt that that was the best approach. Another client right now is undertaking that similar effort where it's not going to go in a landfill. And even if it's handled properly and stored correctly and the half-life diminishes, they actually want it to go to a second life if possible. And so we're very supportive of that. Some of the existing equipment that we are deactivating and dismantling and giving to other institutions. Some are using that for research purposes, and some are actually retooling it and putting it back out on the market. This is a good sustainable approach in proton therapy. Instead of putting the old equipment that we're deactivating into landfills, we can make use of it through a second life, whether that be for research or actually another proton therapy center that may want to upgrade with some of the original parts from the original vendor's system. Because many of those parts, some are dated and they're not being manufactured anymore because the vendors are all progressing and developing new technologies around their systems. Well, there are some older centers that still have the older version, and they can utilize some of the material and deactivated equipment from the centers that are now upgrading just for the next several years, or to fit out one of their future rooms.